Oh boy, here we go. It is solar eclipse time. And as we head into Monday, look, the forecast still looks really good for New England overall. We still look to be the prime spot for viewing. This will be a quick overview because there's not a lot to update you on. Everything remains pretty much on track. Here's your path of totality drawn in black. And notice the cloud forecast for Monday afternoon has at least some high altitude, what we call cirrus clouds, wispy ones out by Syracuse and Binghamton and Buffalo, and that may mute the sun a little bit. It still looks like those wouldn't get necessarily to a lot of New England, maybe into western Massachusetts, where, of course, we're not in the path of totality. The only thing to keep an eye on here is you see the little white that shows up around the mountains. There is the possibility that there could be some cumulus clouds, some fair weather clouds that can develop in and around the mountains. So we'll watch that. I'm not overly concerned about that at this point, but obviously it's something we'll keep an eye on to make sure that that trend doesn't become more pronounced here over time. There's no question, though, that in the bigger picture, New England remains the prime spot for viewing along the entire path of the eclipse. Now, you can see there is the path of totality in black that we've drawn in for San Antonio, Dallas, Indianapolis. Lots of clouds in that area. I will say that if you've got plans to go out that way that you can't change to stay closer to New England, or if you have friends and family that are out in the path, there is some good news here, which is this is a great depiction from Meteor Blue where you can actually see some of the lower altitude clouds that are colored in. So Dallas, San Antonio, some of the clouds are middle and lower altitude and maybe thick enough that really does block out the sun a little bit. Same thing in parts of Arkansas, but a lot when you come farther north and east, you don't see much. In fact, across the Northeast, you don't see anything showing up because, again, it's mostly high altitude kind of wispy clouds, so it'll be thinner stuff and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. And so that bodes at least well for some of those areas that will have a number of clouds across the Northeast quarter of the U.S., but perhaps, will not find them to be all that thick. Of course, nobody is as good as we are in New England here this time around, which is just amazing for an April forecast. By the way, the other amazing thing, here's the forecast, artificial intelligence corrected forecast for Monday. And I think the AI is really correcting this in the right direction, which is warmer direction. So you see the widespread 60s for highs across the Northeast, much of New England, maybe not at the coast, although I got to tell you, we may stave off the sea breeze. You might get a northwest wind, gentle one, all the way to the coastline and get you up around 60 as well. And then northern New England, in that path of totality, you're still like 55 to 60 degrees. So all things considered, it really couldn't be a much better forecast for April for New England for this total solar eclipse. If you are going to take videos and pictures, please share them with us. That would be so wonderful. We're on every type of social media, and it's all pretty much the same: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at the number 1 degree outside. 1 degree outside. Danielle and I would look forward to and really enjoy seeing some of your stuff. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you have a great weekend and a great eclipse day. And thanks as always for checking in here at 1 degree outside.